the stable, and we're back out in the stable, and we got a couple projects going on today, starting with Jalen over here. What are you working on, Jalen?
Damn it! You always do this.
What are you working on? What are you doing?
Well, right now, I just got in my actuator springs. I just got in my wastegate. So all that's left is the HGZ Blue Force Performance Turbo. So then this thing should be after a tune soon.
So what are you doing now? So you just pull the intercooler off.
So right now, I gotta take off the old turbo, take off the actual turbo blanket with that, put it with the new one. So then just put it all back together after that, get a tune, and I gotta change out the axles, front axles.
Got the 86 over here with all of its power steering fluid in the pan. Mom's Cobra is dusty and on the charger. Hey Dad, you want to tell him what you're working on?
Nope.
All right, and since it's kind of nice out, we still got a heater going, but I'm gonna try to take advantage of the weather a little bit, and I'm gonna start pulling this thing apart. I need to pull off the supercharger first, so get the belt off of there with the I believe that they're called Thumper Racing belt tensioner down there. Get the belt off, get the supercharger off, get this thing sent off, and then start moving all these wires, vacuum lines, get all that off. Then I also have to drill out this little bridge right here because the Accurate Fab throttle body I'm buying won't open with this bridge in there. So I just need to cut this out, open it up, make it all pretty, and then I'm probably still going to have to get this thing powder coated first because I'm worried about once they send it to the heat to get the powder coat to stick, it's going to ruin the gaskets on there. So I'd rather ruin these ones that are on there now than to put the new ones on there, put it all together, pull it apart, and then go get it powder coated when the next engine is being built. So that's the game plan with this, is back to getting this thing powder coated first. Alright, so got the alternator off, which I'm probably going to have to try to maybe see if they'll let me exchange this one or something, because the Bullitt alternator is different, so I won't be able to use the GT one. And then to get that off of the car, there was just this long bolt, this bolt, and then this spacer went on there. So that part's done. Next, I will be crawling underneath the car, disconnecting that red line down there. That's for the oil feed to the supercharger, and pulling this belt off. So on the bottom of the car, off camera, I just went around, grabbed these two long bolts out the bottom of the bracket for the supercharger. This one was kind of in the middle, and this one is right kind of in the top left, and it actually goes through the bracket into right below the pulley on the back side. So got those. It should be loose now. So there is the blower. So as you can see in here, it was leaking, so that's why there's all this wet oil all over here. Now I'm gonna close these off so nothing gets down inside of there, and I can start disconnecting the top of the engine. And show the camera how big your turbo is.
Still would have beat his stock engine.
That thing's just so cute. All right, moved a bunch of the lines out the way, and off camera, crawled underneath there, for the bucket and dropped all the coolant out of there. So I can try to get that out of the way. And it looks like the last thing I'm gonna be able to do is maybe actually pull the whole assembly out, set it off to the side. I can't transfer anything over yet until I get this thing powder coated. So that's the game plan now.
That's all three, everything
Yeah. Without using the tool, you don't get it?
I'm bringing it back.
You using the very tool? You sure?
I don't know. Coming over.
See? It ain't going in there. Oh, it's too big.
The smaller one,
I had to go use those red and blue ones because they work better.
where are they in the toolbox?
You gotta look for them in there.
Red and blue buttons.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, one small one.
What do you need?
For the fuel line. Alright, so after messing with the fuel line for a little bit and dropping one of these pieces somewhere in there, finally just took a flash tip screwdriver and shoved it in there. Of course, of all things, that worked. So now I can hit these bolts for the intake, pull that off, and actually maybe I'll be able to see how bad this plastic intake is cracked. So that's what's next. All right, so got it all finished up. The intake off, cleaned it up, vacuum cleaned it because there was still debris of the supercharger belt when it threw it. So I'm at a stopping point until I can get the Bullitt intake painted, get this stuff swapped over, new gaskets on, get the supercharger sent off, and then I'll probably just try to, clean that up real nice, sell it, and use the money for that to get the AccuFat throttle body. Jalen got his little Subaru finished up and still working on the Chevy Cruze. So my dad replaced the valve cover gasket on this one, and the valve cover was leaking pretty bad. And now he's trying to reroute the PCV valve on the backside of the intake. Does that sound about right, Dad?
Yep.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.